All right, so there has been talk for quite a while about another film entry from Mel Brooks before he passes away, and that will be a great detriment to this nation. But we finally have it. So let's go straight into this. And Spaceballs 2 is coming out from the man Mel Brooks himself. So the first thing that I'm going to do, we're just going to watch his message to the audience, and then we'll go into the article talking a little bit more about it.
After 40 years, we asked, what do the fans want? But instead, we're making this movie. May the Schwartz be with you.
So there we go. Mel Brooks himself coming out and saying he wants to do one last hurrah, one last run, one last run for the gun. And this is what everybody wants. Everyone has been asking. I know we don't really like sequels too much to beloved properties, but they are doing a Spaceballs 2 from the man himself. And we have some announcements coming out on who is already coming back. Now, granted, this is 40 years after the original Spaceballs. So let's go straight into this article and we'll see a little bit more about what's going on. Bill Pullman and Rick Moranis, who has retired from filming for a long time, probably about 25, 30 years at this point, they are both returning for new Spaceballs. Keke Palmer, Lewis Pullman also set. Oh my goodness, we've got the squad back. Unfortunately, we can't have John Candy back. Passed away a long time ago. That's not a great thing. But they're having Keke Palmer added to the set. They don't really have anything much to say about the details of the script, the details of anything else that's coming out, but they do have a release date, and that is in 2027. So my assumption is that they're just now fixing to start production. Pre-production, I would assume, it's already done. They're just keeping it a little bit hush-hush. So Amazon declined to comment on this, and character details for Palmer are under wraps, as is the sequel's plot. Also, newly aboard is Bill Pullman's son, Lewis Pullman. He was in the Thunderbolts with an asterisk. I love that they put that in there before they changed the name to something else, the New Avengers, as THR was first to report this afternoon. Now, the addition of Moranis, which is actually, that's something that tells you that he has a heart and soul and a deep, genuine love for Mel Brooks and for the character, that he's coming out of retirement to do his one last acting role. And of course, he's coming back to play Dark Helmet. So we know Dark Helmet is still around. The Han Solo ripoff, which I think was a little bit dashing as well. And so Bill Pullman's going to reprise that role as well as his son. And what I wonder about this is only speculation if his son is going to take up the role where John Candy's Barf was. It would make sense because it would be like a little father-son thing, a little co-pilot thing, and then they can like phase them out. Now, I do not expect or want a Spaceballs 3. Please do not do that. But with Mel Brooks at the helm, I think I can be okay with this until we get down to this part of the article. So the director, Mel Brooks, is not going to direct. Josh Greenbaum will direct. And the script is written by Benji Sammet, Dan Hernandez, Josh Gad, as announced in June of last year. Okay, so Josh Gad is going to be on there. And I didn't do a video about this, but there was a while back where there was an interview between Josh Gad and Mel Brooks, and Josh was explaining Disney Star Wars to Mel Brooks, and Mel Brooks just didn't understand it whatsoever. And he was like, "You make it sound like really fun. Maybe I'll check it out." I think what Mel Brooks is actually doing in that is like, oh, he checked it out and is like, oh, this is rife with material to make a Spaceballs 2, and we're just going to roast the hell out of it the entire time, as long as Gad is on board, because he's also expected to star and will produce alongside Imagine Entertainment's Brian Grazer and Jeb Brody, all these other people. So there's a lot of money backing this. Mel Brooks is behind it. He doesn't seem senile. So, like, if Mel Brooks has his name on it, we know it's going to be entertaining. It's going to poke fun at absolutely everything. And it's going to roast not only old Star Wars, but modern day Star Wars. Now, the rest of this article just goes back into a little prelapse. That's not even the right word, but like prologue of what Spaceballs did, released by MGM in 1987. It's an iconic send-up of the sci-fi genre. If y'all haven't watched it, please go watch it right now. I mean, everyone knows about Blazing Saddles. Everyone knows about History of the World. Everyone should know about Spaceballs, but I'm coming across a lot of people who have never even watched the film. This is when parody movies were at their height, is Mel Brooks. Bride of Frankenstein's also a really great one. Can't go wrong with it, but he is coming back. And I'm going to be honest, I actually can't wait for it. It's going to be good. I hope. Yeah, this will probably be a very crappy video because of how much I have to cut out, because StreamYard is acting up, needs a spanking. But so forgot where I was, but anywho, this should be a great thing for the Spaceballs franchise. We get one last hurrah. We get one last chance with Mel Brooks. As long as they don't mess it up, I wouldn't think they would, because Mel Brooks was a military. He served in the military in a war. So, you know, he knows all about that. I believe it's just going to be poking fun at Star Wars and Star Trek and sci-fi in general, and the way that Hollywood conglomerates have completely corporatized everything. So if y'all didn't know anything about that, that was a joke that was made way back in 1987, and it's only compounded upon itself so much more into this day. So can't wait for it. I'm actually excited for something. What is this? I don't even know this feeling anymore. Other than horror movies, I'm not excited about anything anymore. But we'll see. Because Josh Gad, especially because of Josh Gad. That's the one reason it's like, it could be good, though. If y'all have anything to say, leave it down in the comment section below. How do you feel about what's going on with this? This is Multi from Mouth of Multi, and y'all, we will see you later. And bye-bye.